Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shah. As contentions over the Waqf bill continue, the India bloc appears divided on the matter. After Congress, Aam Aadmi Party and AIMIM moving the Supreme Court over the bill, Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray's Sanjay Raut and Samajwadi Party's Akhilesh Yadav, they too have chimed in. Tejasvi Yadav of the RJD, he said that once we form the government in Bihar, we will throw this Waqf law into the dustbin. Meanwhile, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board said that it will lead a nationwide movement against these amendments.
The Waqf bill has successfully sailed through both the houses of parliament despite strong objections from the opposition.
I think eyes have it. The eyes have it. The eyes have it. Clause 46 is adopted.
But the India bloc is showing visible cracks in its strategy to counter the bill. After Congress, now AIMIM and AAP have moved to the Supreme Court challenging the Waqf bill, but ally Shiv Sena UBT is charting its own course.
हमने हमारा काम कर दिया है, हमको जो कहना था, हमको जो बोलना था, हमको जो निर्णय लेना था, हमने लिया है. अब हमारे लिए ये फाइल बंद हो गई है.
While Shiv Sena is distancing from the legal battle, Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis turning up the heat, urging the party to uphold Bal Thackeray's ideology and support the bill instead. Meanwhile, another party, the Nationalist Congress Party Sharad Pawar faction, is facing flack for its muted participation in the Waqf bill debate. Leader of opposition in Lok Sabha Rahul Gandhi has called the bill a direct attack on Muslims, warning it could set a dangerous precedent for other communities. Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav, a key India bloc ally, has launched a scathing attack on the BJP, saying it will prove to be a Waterloo moment for the BJP.
कि वक्फ के लिए जो कानून लेकर के आए हैं, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए वाटरलू साबित होगी.
And in Bihar, as election heat picks up, RJD's Tejasvi Yadav is drawing clear battle lines, promising that his government will not implement the Waqf amendment if voted to power.
सरकार बना करके इस कानून को कूड़ेदान में फेंकना, जो अन्याय जो हो रहा है हमारे मुसलमान भाइयों के साथ, इसको लेकर के राष्ट्रीय जनता दल जो है, आज हम लोग कोर्ट गए हैं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट गए हैं इस बिल के खिलाफ.
Be it the absence of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra from the parliamentary proceedings, the lack of participation by Rahul Gandhi in the debates, the absence of Sharad Pawar from Rajya Sabha, or the recent statement by Sanjay Raut on UBT not taking a judicial route as far as Waqf board amendment is concerned, gives us enough hints to believe that the opposition is not on the same page on this particular matter. While the senior leaders from India bloc continue to believe that they're all fighting against the Waqf amendment together, the reality seems otherwise. With senior camera person Arjun Chikkali, this is Anuj Raith reporting for NDTV from Mumbai.
The BJP leader Amit Malviya, he has slammed Priyanka Gandhi for being missing during the Waqf bill discussions despite a whip being issued. He in fact also called out Rahul Gandhi for not speaking during the parliamentary proceedings, accusing the Gandhis and the Congress of abandoning Muslims. And a para-jump instructor from the Indian Air Force's Akash Ganga skydiving team succumbed to injuries sustained during a demo drop at Agra. The IAF paid condolences to the bereaved family, standing firmly with them in this hour of grief. It is the second IAF casualty after an Indian Air Force fighter pilot was killed in a fighter crash a few days back.
Well, what we do know, and this is very, very unfortunate, is that a para-jump instructor from the Akash Ganga skydiving team of the Indian Air Force succumbed to injuries sustained during a demonstration drop at Agra today. The Akash Ganga team is a crack team of skydivers that the Indian Air Force employs. They are very often used for displays during events such as Republic Day or on other occasions, ceremonial events. This was a training exercise. And what I can share is that the parachute did deploy successfully. However, there were injuries which were sustained. And unfortunately, this enlisted officer and this enlisted man, succumbed to his injuries in a hospital later on. This is the second fatality in the Indian Air Force. In the last couple of days, there was a flight lieutenant who died very tragically in a Jaguar fighter bomber crash a couple of days back. That was in the Jamnagar area. So 2 losses in the last 1 week for the Indian Air Force. Very sad, entirely different and unrelated circumstances, but certainly, the loss of 2 trained, personnel, one a para-jumping instructor, the other a young fighter pilot, is very sad and something that all of us need to reflect on.
The Delhi government has signed an MOU with the National Health Authority of India in order to implement the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana in the national capital. This MOU makes Delhi the 35th state or union territory to adopt this particular scheme. In Delhi, the insurance cover of the Ayushman Bharat scheme has been increased to rupees 10 lakhs, out of which the Delhi government will bear the cost of rupees 7 lakhs. Over 30,000 hospitals have been empaneled under this scheme.
44 days after taking charge as 9th Chief Minister of Delhi, Rekha Gupta signs MOU with the centre to implement Ayushman Bharat scheme. Ayushman Bharat scheme was one of the most prominent weapons used by the BJP to topple the decade-old Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi.
आज केंद्र की ओर से 5 लाख रुपए तक का इलाज दिल्ली के जिन 6,54,000 परिवारों को मिल पाएगा, उसमें दिल्ली सरकार की ओर से और 5 लाख जोड़ करके कुल मिलाकर के 10 लाख रुपए तक का स्वास्थ्य जीवन बीमा हम दिल्ली की जनता को देने वाले हैं।
Ayushman Bharat scheme will cover 1,961 medical procedures across 27 specialities, including medicines, diagnostics, hospital stays, intensive care, and surgical interventions.
1961 चिकित्सा प्रक्रियाओं इसमें कवर होंगी।
Delhi Health Minister has said that the scheme will be implemented in phases.
देखिए, बेनिफिशरीज अप्रॉक्स 6,56,000 की जो आपके सामने है वो है, लेकिन मुझे फर्स्ट फेज में जो 2,36,000 का हमने टारगेट बनाया अप्रॉक्स 2,36,000 का, पहले उनको देंगे। उसके बाद फेज में कोई प्लस माइनस होगा तो जो उस लिस्ट में और प्लस होगा तो उन्हें भी देंगे, उन्हें भी सुविधा देंगे।
Union Health Minister also took a veiled dig at the previous Aam Aadmi Party government from the launch event.
केंद्र सरकार हमारी मदद नहीं कर रही। दिल्ली के साथ हम अन्याय हो रहा है। अरे भैया, ये जेपी नड्डा 2018 से बोल रहा था केजरीवाल जाग जा जाग जा, दिल्ली के साथ अन्याय मत कर। आज दिल्ली के लोगों ने तुमको घर बैठा दिया, इस कारण से आज तुमको आयुष्मान भारत हम 36 लाख परिवारों को दे रहे हैं।
Delhi became the 35th state or union territory to implement the scheme, leaving West Bengal as the sole non-participating state.
From a fierce war of words to the debut of the Ayushman Bharat scheme in Delhi, the BJP government led by Rekha Gupta has kept its election promise. Now, implementation is what it really comes down to. How far accessible will this scheme be amid challenges of payment delays and low tariffs is the question. With camera person Rakesh Mahale and Abhishek Datta, this is Tanushka Datta for NDTV.
The Delhi government is taking a tough stance against private schools, cracking down on exorbitant fees and cautioning them against malpractices. The private schools, they are set to face strict actions, and in fact, specialized audits are set to be conducted. Meanwhile, the opposition in the national capital, Aam Aadmi Party, it has accused the BJP of ignoring fee hikes. They say that BJP government is reviving education mafia.
We are getting to know that the education department of the Delhi government has taken cognizance of the complaints that it was receiving from the parents and the parents' body regarding the exorbitant fees in private schools. And now, in fact, the department has said that they have, in fact, intensified their vigilance, and they are, in fact, also initiating robust measures that include inspection by high-level teams that will be headed by the district magistrates. And also department saying that it is already in action, because yesterday, if we talk about in DPS Dwarka, where the complaints was coming a lot regarding the fee hike, There already the inspection by a high-level committee by the district magistrate has already been done. Now, apart from that, the Education Department has also said that all those, the private schools who will not be, in fact, obeying these orders, against them, stringent action will be taken. Now, what are these actions? Now, these actions will include suspension, withdrawal, and cancellation also of the private schools' recognition. In fact, the Education Department has also said that specialized audit of the accounts in such private schools will be carried out by special teams as well. Now, as you rightly mentioned, we have seen even today the former Education Minister Manish Sisodia had in fact attacked the BJP government over these fee hikes. Now, the Education Department taking these steps remains to be seen as to when will we actually seeing in fact the results on the ground.
A high-level roundtable conference on air pollution mitigation by Delhi Environment Minister Manjinder Singh Sirsa was held. Premier institutions like IIT Delhi, TERI and CSE, they attended this particular conference, and key suggestions were brought forward during the conference, which included the strict enforcement of electric vehicle targets for all the new vehicle registrations, along with a swift crackdown on end-of-life vehicles that continue to emit harmful pollutants. Additionally, there was a suggestion to revise school calendars to shield children from exposure during peak pollution periods. And news now from the national capital. Around 4 p.m. on Saturday, 8 bike-borne assailants, they targeted a car near Samachar Apartments there in Delhi. They fired 6 rounds. The car, it belongs to a man named Sanjay. The assailants, they tried to set the car on fire and fled from the spot. The forensic teams is currently inspecting the matter.
लगभग 3:45 पे हमें कॉल मिली थी। जब हम मौके पे पहुंचे हमने पाया कि एक वाइट कलर की निसान गाड़ी में शीशे तोड़ के अंदर से आग लगाई गई है और 6 राउंड हमें वहां पर फायरिंग के अभी मिले हैं। इसमें कोई जख्मी नहीं है और बाकी आगे की तफ्तीश हम कर रहे हैं। देखिए, हमने फोरेंसिक टीम्स और बाकी एक्सपर्ट बुला लिए गए हैं। पूरे क्षेत्र की जाँच करी जा रही है और सब कुछ सीज किया जा रहा है।
सर, मैं अभी कुछ देर पहले भी दुकान पे आया था। पापा हमारी बहन का दहेज जा रहा है। वैसे हमारे पापा घर पे आए, उन्होंने मुझे भेजा घर से दुकान पे। मैं आके अपनी दुकान में बैठा ही था। बस इधर में कम से कम 7 से 8 लड़कों की टीम आती है, 3 बाइकों पे। एक बाइक आगे तो उतरती है इस कार के पास, उसमें 3 लड़के थे। उनमें से उतरते ही 2 में से पहले कांच तोड़ते हैं पत्थरों से। मुझे जैसे आवाज आती कुछ टूटने की, मैं उतरते यहाँ तक भगता हूँ। आधे रोड तक आया था, उन्होंने पिस्टल निकाली, लड़के ने गोरे से उतारते मेरे पे 1 राउंड फायर कर दिया। उन लड़कों को आप जानते थे पहले? नहीं, वो अननोन लड़के हैं, यहाँ आसपास के लोकल के नहीं है। वो आए भी बाहर से हैं। बाइक पे कितने लोग आए थे उधर? हम एक पे तो 3 आए थे जो यहाँ उतरी गाड़ी आके। 3 लड़के इस पे थे, 3 आगे थे उनको कवर करने के लिए और 2 थे वहाँ पर उस तरफ।
I am at the Mayur Vihar police station, wherein this car that was set on fire is right behind me. Remember, 8 bike-borne assailants targeted a car near Samachar Apartments. This is in Delhi's Trilokpuri area, and fired 6 rounds of gunfire in the air in that area. Now, the visuals that you're seeing is the car being burnt from the inside. These 8 bike-borne assailants tried to set the car on fire and then fled from the spot. So, the car has been brought back to the Mayur Vihar police station, of course, as evidence. The forensic team was also on the spot. They've also collected their own evidence, and what we are understanding from the police at this point in terms of investigation is that this man, the car belonged to a man called Sanjay, and he owed someone around 30 lakh rupees. This information we know from a leaflet that was found from within the car with this information typed out on it, which seems like, some sort of a threat to this man called Sanjay. And Sanjay has also been taken in by the Mayur Vihar police out here, by the DCP here for questioning. And an eyewitness who was present at the spot has also been taken to the police station for further questioning and investigation. So what we are understanding is that this may be personal enmity. Someone owed, this man called Sanjay owed 30 lakh rupees to someone, and it was some sort of a threat that has been given in terms of a signal, with the car being set on fire and these gunshots being shot in the broad daylight. As far as government is concerned, of course, we've had a change in government. After 26 years, the BJP has come back to the national capital, and they have been, talking a lot about law and order situations and strengthening the law and order situation in the capital. However, these sort of incidents, especially this one, 6 rounds of gunfires in broad daylight, does bring into tandem the questions on how safe is the capital, and these sort of incidents keep happening. So what is the way ahead of it?
A fire has broken out at the Hayat Nagar police station in Sambal district due to falling of a high-tension electric wire. Several vehicles have been gutted in this particular incident. The fire tenders are currently present at the spot. YouTuber Samay Rana, he appeared before the Guwahati police to record his statement regarding a controversy over his content. The Guwahati police questioned Samay Rana and his statement has been recorded. This entire row erupted after one of the episodes featuring Ranveer Allahabadia had crass content. Time now for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. The latest as far as the Waqf Amendment Bill is concerned. The Waqf Amendment Bill has got the President's assent. After the Parliament passed the bill, the President, Draupadi Murmu, she has given the assent to this particular bill. This after a fierce debate on the bill was passed. The Waqf Amendment Bill now comes into force. And my colleague Prashant joins us to take us through the latest. Prashant, give us the details.
Well, Osama, as we were expecting it, just yesterday, the bill, the Waqf Amendment Bill, got the approval from Rajya Sabha. Earlier, it was passed from the Lok Sabha, and the next step was the President's approval to the bill. Now the President has given her approval to the bill, and now it becomes an act. Since after the President's approval, this act has been notified in the official Gazette of the Government of India. So officially now we can say that the new Waqf Act 2025 has now come into existence. But the next and the last step for implementing this act remains so, because one of the committees of the Parliament, which is Subordinate Legislation Committee, it will now frame the rules for implementing the act on the ground. So the only step left now is to frame the rules for implementing the act, for which Subordinate Legislative Committee of the Parliament will sit and frame the rules. So, but I get the sense that the government will do it sooner rather than later, because the government has made it very clear that they want to implement the act very quickly.
Right. Prashant, the opposition, they have been very vocal as far as their dissent is concerned with this particular bill. And we have been hearing a lot of these leaders who have been speaking very openly about how they're going to be protesting this bill, etc. What will the opposition's, what will the opposition do at this particular point of time, and what is going to be their action plan?
Well, Osama, they have already made it clear, and some of the leaders and some of the parties have already, knocked at the door of Supreme Court, and they have approached the Supreme Court. As you are aware that Mohammad Javed, an MP, Congress MP from Kishanganj in Bihar, he has approached the Supreme Court. Asaduddin Owaisi has also moved to the Supreme Court, and today Aam Aadmi Party MLA Amanatullah Khan has also approached the Supreme Court. So they had already made it clear even earlier that they will, if Parliament passes the bill, then they will approach the Supreme Court on the ground that this new bill lacks the constitutional validity, and they will request the Supreme Court to declare the bill null and void on that ground only. So they have already approached the Supreme Court, and we will have to wait and see what Supreme Court does on the petitions filed by 3 or 4 leaders from the opposition parties.
All right, Prashant, thank you very much for getting us all the latest. Meanwhile, the latest as far as the suicide case of Karnataka is concerned, an entire row erupted over a BJP worker, Vinay's suicide. The Karnataka Congress leaders, they have been blamed in his suicide note. Meanwhile, Congress MLA Manthar Gowda, he said that he spoke to Vinay and that he told Vinay to not post issues on social media. In fact, he told Vinay to raise the issues with him.
I personally stand with the family at these difficult times. Politics should not be played with people's lives. Unfortunately, our friends want to play petty politics on this regard. My interaction with Mr. Vinay Somaya, as per his records only, he sent me a message regarding a Kushalnagar hospital issue. He tagged me in that post. I thought he's a regular participant of that group. Getting in touch with him, I called him and said, hey, what is the issue? Please let me know what has to be done, what can be done. If there is any other issue, you can come to me directly. Writing group messages will get diluted because thousands of messages keep coming every day and we can't keep in touch and track of all the messages. Come and meet us anytime, there is no issue.
Prime Minister Modi has been conferred with Sri Lanka's highest civilian honour, the Mitra Vibhushanam Medal. India and Sri Lanka inked 7 MOUs, including one on defence cooperation, during Prime Minister Modi's visit to the island nation. Now, during his visit, Prime Minister also met with the 1996 World Cup winning Sri Lankan cricket legends in Colombo. These are the pictures of that particular meeting. Meanwhile, Prime Minister also sought the immediate release of the Tamil fishermen during his bilateral talks with the Sri Lankan President Kumara Dissanayake. And listen to what the Prime Minister had to say.
हमारी नेबरहुड फर्स्ट पॉलिसी और विजन महासागर दोनों में श्रीलंका का विशेष स्थान है। पिछले 4 महीनों में राष्ट्रपति दिसानायक की भारत यात्रा के बाद से हमारे सहयोग में उल्लेखनीय प्रगति हुई है। सामपुर सोलर पावर प्लांट से श्रीलंका की ऊर्जा सुविधा में मदद मिलेगी। मल्टी प्रोडक्ट पाइपलाइन के निर्माण और त्रिंकोमाली को ऊर्जा हब के रूप में विकसित किए जाने के लिए जो समझौता हुआ है, उसका लाभ श्रीलंका के सभी लोगों को मिलेगा। दोनों देशों के बीच ग्रिड इंटरकनेक्टिविटी समझौते से श्रीलंका के लिए बिजली एक्सपोर्ट करने के विकल्प खुलेंगे।
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he will inaugurate the new Pamban Bridge in Tamil Nadu on the 6th of April, marking the opening of India's first vertical lift railway sea bridge spanning the Park Street. The 2.07-kilometer bridge will facilitate smoother connectivity and is set to be unveiled on the occasion of Ram Navami. It in fact replaces the original Pamban Bridge built in 1940. That's all we have for you. Keep watching NDTV for more news and updates.